Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. I'm Heather Lewis. AAA expects 55 million Americans to travel over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. No doubt during all that travel, you're probably going to be snacking. So it's really important to remember to eat healthy. And here to talk to us about that today is Amanda Allen, a registered dietitian at Hy-Vee, and also Peggy Scott with the American Heart Association, because those healthy snacks really do affect your heart health as well. So first of all, thank you ladies for being here.
Thank you.
Big traveling weekend coming up. You got the big feast, but also I feel like a lot of us feast on the way to the big feast too.
For sure.
So November is Eat Smart Month. So let's go ahead and talk about that. How do you balance that healthy snacking?
So for healthy snacking, really what you want is, of course, balance. So you want some good protein, some healthy fats, and then a source of fiber. And by combining these different items, it'll keep you full for longer, help with blood sugar control, and overall weight management. And it's a little bit more satisfying to have maybe an apple and peanut butter together rather than just maybe the apple by itself. So we have all kinds of different combinations that you can do in this little basket here.
I was about to say, so this is perfect for like a road trip. If you're taking a road trip to grandma's house, then maybe these are some of the items that you can pack. What are some of those that include protein or that's going to be a little more satisfying and filling to you?
Absolutely. So your protein items normally will have some good healthy fat in there too. So you can get that from like a light string cheese stick. You can do a peanut butter and almond butter. You could do like a little individual container of hummus or guacamole. Those are great for on the go. And if you need a little to go cooler, you can also have that, just a little traveler size one. So that'll give you the good protein or fat. And then pairing it with some good fiber or carbohydrates with whole grain crackers, or your fruit would be a good option, or different things like that. So we have an assortment here.
And also one thing that I do want to mention, because the American Heart Association also has a little check mark on some of these, and they're certified through the American Heart Association. You can find that kind of in the corner of these. Peggy, talk about what that is and how important that is to keep your heart healthy.
Well, sure. You know, we talk about what we can eat at the big meal, but we sometimes forget about when we're traveling or even just shopping during this holiday season of snacks and different kinds of things. And so the American Heart Association has a whole group of foods that are certified with the heart check mark on it, meaning that it meets a lot of different criteria, that it's going to be good for you. It's going to be something that you can feel good about feeding your family. And we have it in, these are some snack options, but it's also in some soups and some different things throughout the store, so that it could be for any meal, really.
How many Americans are at risk for obesity or heart issues?
Oh gosh, you know, it is the #1 killer. You know, cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer. But if you just want to talk about weight, if you think about it, 2/3 of adults are classified as overweight. And when you are in that overweight category, it does increase your risk for heart attack or stroke. So, you know, we all are cherishing these times. We're looking forward to the times we're spending with our family. We have to make healthy choices all year long, but it's important now too, because we do want to spend more time with our family. That's what the whole goal here is. We're talking about spending times with our family, and if we are heart healthy and make those choices all year long, we're going to have a longer life and more time to spend with our families.
So say maybe you're not in the car, but you're at an airport. How do you pick healthy options out of a vending machine?
It could be much more challenging, that is for sure. So bringing something with you would be more ideally. There are some items, but it's just so much harder. And how easy is it to just grab a piece of fruit or a vegetable off the counter and some portable things? It's going to save you money. And when you have control over your snacks, you're probably going to have less salt, less fat, less calories, and things that are going to provide your body with what it needs while promoting weight management over the holidays too.
So really just stocking your pantry ahead of time.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, very good. And also staying hydrated is something that I think a lot of us mistake for hunger a lot of the times too.
100%. Those hormones give us the same feelings, and a lot of times we think we're hungry when really we're thirsty. And it's not uncommon for us not to stay hydrated through the holidays or really any time. So encouraging people to always have a bottle of water with them, or even doing unsweet tea, or you could do a sparkling water or kombucha. But you really want to make sure you're not getting those sugary beverages, because our body can only process so much sugar before it's stored as fat cells, and that's going to cause inflammation. And we're already going against flu season and during the winter anyway, so making sure that we're not having those sugary beverages, hydrate well so that we're not overeating, and we'll have more energy that way too.
And reading the labels, not only with drinks, but also with food, helps with that too.
Absolutely. Read the labels, look at the ingredients. You want lower sugar, you want high fiber. We need, 30 to 35 grams of fiber a day for heart health. Less than 140 milligrams of salt ideally. But yeah, look at those. We want ingredients we know and can understand in that label.
Very good. And Peggy, you mentioned the heart health check mark as well. Where can people find information to see if what they like and what they need to shop for?
And I was thinking that as Amanda was talking and sharing that great information, that if you educate yourself before you travel, then when you are standing in front of that vending machine, if that's where you end up being, then you can make the better choices, hopefully. Yeah. So heart.org is just the main website for us, but you can also go heart.org/healthy for good. And there's all kinds of things there about Eat Smart Month and the heart check mark and adding color into your diet, because I think that, that's a very key way to know that you're eating a good balance. Color does really help with that. So all of those things, those tools are always there. You can also search for recipes. If you want to take something to grandma's house that you feel like you can feel good about eating, there's lots of great recipes on there as well.
Very good. Always good to create those healthy eating habits for your kids at an early age as well.
Yes.
That's right. All right. Peggy Scott with the American Heart Association and Amanda Allen with Hy-Vee, a dietitian there. Thanks so much for being here with us. Hopefully we'll keep some of this away with us as we travel. I appreciate it. We'll be right back.